It's time to take your shot.
How do you create something out of nothing?
I mean, it's light years ahead of Blackboard.
You're constantly in contact with other students who share the same passions and have the same drive.
You have the solar panels here.
I saved money. You made money.
In the annual SmartPitch Challenge, created by the CUNY Institute for Virtual Enterprise, young entrepreneurs join a community to help them develop their business ideas.
Entrepreneurship is not practiced in isolation.
We got a lot of feedback, and that's why we made a lot of changes.
Students must create a business concept, follow a business plan, and pitch their ideas in the hopes of ultimately launching their business.
We've got the grand prize tonight, $15,000.
I had no idea going in how it would turn out.
Yep, here's the program, and we've got information about co-working in the field center. Where are you from?
Berg.
So what is SmartPitch? SmartPitch is a way that entrepreneurship students become student entrepreneurs. And you don't have to be an entrepreneurship student to be entrepreneurial. You can study anything. It's about learning outside of the classroom. It's about taking your content expertise and making it work for you in a way that when you graduate, you're not going to work for someone else, you're going to be creating jobs for somebody else. We wanted to take student enterprises and put them into the real world, where students could apply what they learned and what they had developed in a challenge. I want to especially thank Annalisa Lurie.
It's not like a typical pitch competition where you show up one day, give a 4-minute pitch, and then they decide whether or not they like your pitch and you win money. They actually have to go through the entrepreneurial experience.
So please follow us on Twitter. This is where things are happening for us. This is where we share most of our resources with you, as well as give you an opportunity to share some of your insights.
That we create an interdisciplinary approach where we don't really care whether you're an undergraduate student, whether you're a community college student, whether you're a graduate student, whether you're a certificate student within a university, it doesn't really matter. Because we believe that everybody has the potential to become an entrepreneur.
I'm tasked with explaining to you what the program is all about.
So we have been using a large social network within the university called SmartPitch, where students develop business concepts.
My business is a diabetic manager app.
Solar power satellite.
Pickled Up, we want to bring the social back into your social network.
Giving young girls the opportunity to learn how to build things.
I've been fascinated with the technology aspect of sports.
Hydroponics industry business. Hydroponics is sustainable agriculture.
I'm the outlier. I don't have an idea and I don't have a team. But the reason I'm a SmartPitch is because I realize that a network is important.
So you'll be able to participate in a community of over 2,000 students, or student entrepreneurs. So everything that happens in the competition happens through our social network. So you have to be on that social network in order to participate. First milestone, we ask you to submit a business model canvas articulating your value proposition in this context. The next phase will try to encourage you to put together a 1-minute video pitch. And the third milestone will be a crowdsourcing activity where we encourage all of you to get your message out about your idea.
And you can tag the brand of the blazer you're wearing, the shirt, the jeans.
You may want to think a little bit more about how to target your demographics.
We're narrowing it down. We're starting small.
Based upon our mentor nomination process, we'll then invite the top teams to a final event in June.
So it starts with planting, growing, harvesting, formulating, testing.
Not every student is going to make it all the way to the end, but I think it's important that there are a series of skills and competencies that the students acquire along the line.
If you do not go all the way through SmartPitch, you are still part of the family. This is not Shark Tank, okay? So this is a 100% success guarantee. So if you don't make it through, like the first milestone or the second milestone, we'll see what you're made of. You come back. We expect to see you at the next SmartPitch or taking advantage, because you've already shown that you are entrepreneurial.
I entered last year, but didn't complete it because I was struggling with my ideas back then. And then when they advertised again about SmartPitch in December, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. The way that the product works, it's divided into 6 levels.
There are mentors that are available to students, both online and face-to-face. There are also co-working events. They network with one another, they trade resources.
The skills that you learn
from doing this company, whether this ends up being your big company or not, will be transferable to all the other things you do. If it doesn't work, we still say, congratulations, that's wonderful, because now you're going to be that much better when you do your next one.
That's the entrepreneurial spirit in a nutshell. Having an idea and not being afraid to take it 100%, but also knowing that you have the chance to fail and taking that risk head on.
We partnering with a lot of small companies as well as Horizon and bring innovation into our network and then bring it to our customers. Can you imagine how powerful that would be?
There are various resources that are brought into play by our partners, partners like IBM and Verizon.
They're leveraging that cloud platform, Bluemix. 6,000 startups and entrepreneurs are using that as the hub for New York City's entrepreneurial community.
The agencies with the students and not the reliance on the faculty member. Because at the end of the day, a student's decision to participate in an entrepreneurship pitch or business plan competition is not driven by the curricular structure. It's driven by the students' intentions.
These are two winners of SmartPitch and entrepreneurs now.
2 years ago, Dwight Peters won the competition. And, you know, having won the competition really gave him confidence and, well, some money also to help him move along. I think helped him validate the idea of being an entrepreneur.
Competitions like these are cool. They're going to give you all the resources. They're going to give you everything that you need. But remember, your market is outside. It's the real world, right?
It was awesome seeing these guys. I mean, these are people you would have gone to class with. You know, you're not just going to school just to go to school. You're going to school because there's a potential for you to actually do something with this, either degree or knowledge that you've attained.
Although there's no like right path to take down entrepreneurship, there are some things you should probably be doing, right? And that's what I wanted. And I feel like a competition like SmartPitch definitely gives you a bit of that.
We need to foster innovation. We need to support it. We need to encourage it in all of its forms. I mean, we had 50 years of stability in our economic life after the Second World War. We need to provide for another 50 years, and the only way we're going to do that is through innovation, entrepreneurship, and STEM innovation.
You're going to have to hustle, right? Like, I haven't shaved in like 2 weeks, and, you know, people's probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm so zoned in. You know, like the past year has probably been the best year of my life. It's always refreshing to come back and see the new faces in the crowd and see that little twinkle in their eye, just to see who's going to win. It doesn't stop here at the end of the competition. This is just one small chapter in their long, long, long book of entrepreneurship, you know? So I'm really excited just to see and feel the energy from the other students here, and I wish them all the luck in the world.